Hey everyone! Today we're taking a deep dive into what might be the most important electric SUV of 2025, the all-new Hyundai IONIQ 9. And wow, does this thing mean business? If you've been waiting for a proper three-row electric SUV that doesn't cost six figures, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Before we get started, smash that like button if you're excited about electric SUVs finally getting serious about family hauling. Now let's dive in. Listen, I know what you're thinking. Another electric SUV? But trust me, this is different. The IONIQ 9 is absolutely massive, in a good way. We're talking BMW X7 territory here, over 199 inches long, with a wheelbase that would make a limousine jealous. But unlike those gas-guzzling Germans, this thing was built from the ground up to be electric, and it shows. The styling, it's what Hyundai calls Aerosthetic. Yeah, that's aerodynamic and aesthetic smooshed together. But marketing speak aside, it works. Those pixel LED lights that we loved on the IONIQ 5 and 6 are back, but everything's been supersized and smoothed out. The result? A slippery 0.259 drag coefficient that would make some sports cars jealous. Alright, let's talk numbers, because they're impressive. Hyundai's packed a massive 110.3 kilowatt-hour battery in this thing. In its most efficient form, the rear-wheel drive version with 19-inch wheels, you're looking at 620 kilometers of range on the WLTP cycle, or about 335 miles EPA. That's serious road trip territory, folks. But here's where it gets really good. Charging. You can juice this thing from 10 to 80% in just 24 minutes on a 350 kilowatts charger. That's basically a bathroom break and a coffee run, and you're back on the road with hundreds of miles of range. Want some performance specs? The Top Dog Performance all-wheel drive version will hit 60 in 4.9 seconds in a three-row SUV. That's quick enough to make the kids spill their juice boxes, though maybe don't try that at home. Now this is where things get really interesting. Remember that massive wheelbase I mentioned? It wasn't just for show. The interior is huge, and Hyundai's done some really clever things with it. First up, you've got these amazing relaxation seats in the first and second rows. They recline way back and even have built-in leg rests. But here's the party piece. The second row seats can swivel around to face the third row when you're parked. Perfect for family game night in the parking lot while you're charging. Speaking of charging, check this out. They've put high-power USB-C ports everywhere, and they pull juice straight from the main battery. No more fighting over who gets to charge their device. And yes, you've got that sweet vehicle-to-load function, so you can power basically anything from the car. Camping, tailgating, power outage at home, the IONIQ 9's got you covered. Up front, you're looking at a gorgeous curved display that combines two 12-inch screens. But what's really cool is how they've thought about the little things. There's this sliding center console they call Universal Island 2.0. Seriously, it's like a mobile command center that both front and rear passengers can access. They've also packed it with something called dynamic body care, which is fancy speak for really good massage seats. And get this, there's even a UVC sterilizer for your phone and wallet. Talk about reading the room after these past few years. Let's talk cargo space, because that's what you really want to know about a family SUV. With all seats up, you've got 620 liters of space. Fold that third row, and it jumps to 1,323 liters. Plus, there's a frunk. 88 liters in the rear-wheel drive version, or 52 if you go for all-wheel drive. Need to tow? The IONIQ 9 can handle up to 5,000 pounds in North American spec. And it's smart about it too. It'll automatically adjust your range estimates based on what you're towing. Of course, it's packed with all the latest safety tech, 10 airbags, every driver assistance feature you can think of, and some you probably haven't heard of yet. But what's really cool is how they've integrated everything. The steering wheel actually shows your charge status with little green dots, and there's this new AI assistant that's supposedly more like your home smart speaker than your typical car voice control. Look, I've seen a lot of electric SUVs come and go, but this one feels different. Hyundai's taken everything they learned from the IONIQ 5 and 6, both of which swept the World Car of the Year awards, by the way, and supersized it into a genuine family hauler that doesn't compromise. We don't have pricing yet, but if Hyundai can keep it reasonable, they might have just created the electric SUV that finally convinces the average family to make the switch. It's practical, it's clever, and most importantly, it feels like it was designed by people who actually understand what families need from a car. The IONIQ 9 hits Korea and the US in the first half of 2025, with other markets following later. And honestly, the competition should be worried. That's it for today's review. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all our latest reviews. Drop a comment below letting me know what you think about the IONIQ 9 and whether you'd consider one for your family. Until next time, drive safe and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.